Good afternoon. I am Betty Roppe, the mayor of the city of Prineville. We have had a really terrific project that we've been working on. Started about 2008 when we realized that the state of Oregon said that we needed to have a mechanical plant for our sewer system. A mechanical plant is a very expensive process, about $60 million, and we know that that's a real hard burden for our citizens. And so we thought we would look outside the box and go about the state and see what other people had done to avoid having to put in a mechanical plant. So we toured the state of Oregon, and we looked at La Grande, and we looked at Athena, we looked at Salem, we looked at Albany, and observed what they were doing with their wetland projects. We had to do a significant amount of scientific research before we started this project. We had to test the water and which way it flowed and how did it get to the creek. But we are through with our project now, and I want to tell you a little bit about it. The City of Prineville's successful Crooked River Wetland Complex is complete and providing remarkable social, economic, and environmental benefits to the community. Through this 120-acre multi-purpose project, the city is responsibly expanding its wastewater capacity, lowering residential and business systems developmental charges, stabilizing monthly wastewater rates, creating a new public hiking trail system, and improving riparian and in-stream conditions in the Crooked River. Due to the increased residential growth in 2004 and 5, the state felt that the city of Prineville was at the point where they needed to put in a mechanical plant. As I told you earlier, that was a $62 million project. And so with the research that we did, we came up with a process of building out this 120 acres with 15 additional ponds. And it went out to bid, and they started creating this project at the last spring. They've worked hard and long, and it is now complete. We have planted about 40,000 plants in those wetlands, and they are not yet growing to its full capacity, but in the next couple years that will happen. The system development charges only generate funds to upgrade treatment processes for future customers. The 3,600 existing wastewater customers would have been tasked with contributing funds to upgrade the mechanical treatment as well. This mandate would have also increased the existing monthly wastewater utility rate, doubling what was already one of the highest rates in Central Oregon. Seeking a more sustainable solution, we started doing our scientific research and exploring a more holistic and cost-effective way to expand our wastewater capacity. It was determined that it probably, in the feasibility study, would cost about $7.77 million. And so our engineer, who really thinks outside of the box, decided that he would start looking for grants and writing grants for this project. And he actually secured about $4 million in grants, which reduced our fee, or the citizens' fees, to about $4.4 million. We feel that this is a very responsible way to work with our citizens and keep from overexpending our resources on something that was not going to be needed. We feel that this wetland project will take care of our city out about 20 to 30 years. Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board and the Pelton Fund grants totaling $280,000 and $75,000 respectively allowed the project to begin the design system. Multiple stakeholders engaged in the interactive design of the facility that resulted in the project's many ancillary benefits, and a grand opening will be celebrated this coming April the 21st. We hope that all of you can come to this groundbreaking and meet the people who contributed to the funds that saved our citizens so much money. The Crooked River Wetland Project provides the following benefits. Civic improvements. Future treatment costs were reduced dramatically. The city provided a $4.75 million of the funding and secured over $3 million in grants to finance this project. These savings will stabilize future rates and attract new business to Prineville. There's recreational opportunities. Amenities will abound with over 5.4 miles of new loop and out and back walking, running, and hiking trails, 3.25 miles of which will be paved for use year-round. There are educational values. 13 separate colorful kiosks will present topics ranging from the Crooked River watershed to agriculture in our community. Local schools are helping to design these information kiosks. There are environmental benefits. Over 2 miles of riparian improvements to the Crooked River will be implemented, as well as the construction of over 120 acres of wetlands, benefiting many species of fish and wildlife, including lowering the river temperatures. Some of our contributors was the U.S. Department of Agricultural Rural Development, which gave us a $1 million grant. Infrastructure Finance Authority, $750,000 grant. Oregon Department of Environmental Quality, interim financing. Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs and Portland General Electric Pelton Fund, $750,000 grant. Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board, $258,417 in grants. Oregon State Parks, $260,000 grants. City's low interest debt at $4,750,000. A lot of support from our Crook County School Districts, the Powell Butte Community Charter School, Bend Westside Magnet School, East Cascades Audubon Society, Crook County Parks and Rec, Crook County Health Department, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. We can't tell you how thankful we are that we had such good partners. This will benefit this city for many years to come. Again, I encourage all of you to our grand opening on April the 21st from 11 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you and God bless.